Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Sam, or Chaotic, and welcome back to another GTA 5 video here on my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the next upcoming updates, this being the Christmas update and Christmas special events. I know it's only a few days ago, the Doomsday Heist update was released into the game, so you might be questioning, why are we already discussing the next updates? Well, it's because it's only a few days away from being released in the game. In fact, Christmas itself, as I'm making this video, is just 11 days away, and the current special event in GTA Online, which started on Tuesday when the Doomsday Heist update was released into the game, is just a 1-week special event, which ends next week on Monday 18th. Which means on Tuesday 19th, a new special event will be beginning, and this will most likely be the Christmas special event. And then of course the following week on Monday is Christmas. And this year, you'll be glad to know there's going to be some new content available with this Christmas update, but the update itself isn't actually one you have to download like the Doomsday Heist update. In fact, the content itself for Christmas is already in the game. It's just not available right now to get or purchase. But by the looks of things, the Christmas content should be available as soon as next week on Tuesday, December 19th. But there is one thing I just want to say, just because a new special event starts next Tuesday, it doesn't necessarily mean the Christmas content will be available straight away. In fact, the Christmas content may not be available until a few days afterwards when it starts snowing. Although we don't have any official information right now from Rockstar as of when the Christmas content will be available and when it will start snowing in online. But I'm pretty sure that's what happened last year. Although the new special event started on the Tuesday, the Christmas content and the snow wasn't available until later that week on the Thursday. So there is a good chance that could happen again, so do bear that in mind. But either way, let's go through the Christmas content which will be available this year once released. So for starters, there will of course be all of the previous year's content. All of the past year's clothing items, outfits, masks. The firework launcher will be available again at the ammunition and ammo for that. All the Christmas horns will be available again as well at the custom shop when customizing your cars. But in the terms of new content available with this year's Christmas update, there are just 2 new Christmas masks. This being one, and as you can see it is very fitting for the Doomsday Heist update and the Christmas theme as well, with this being a gingerbread man version of the heist masks. And then as for the second mask, here it is right here, this being the heinous creature mask, but this will not be available to purchase from the mask store. In fact, this one is only available to players who log in on Christmas Day, so it is a rare exclusive item, and we'll talk about that a little later on. But first of all, next week, when this special event begins on the Tuesday, there's a good chance we might see 2 new vehicles released as well. In case you guys didn't know already, there are 13 unreleased vehicles with the Doomsday Heist update, and there is a good chance that 2 of these may be releasing next week, not on the same day, not both on Tuesday, but instead one on the Tuesday and then one later in the week, either on the Thursday or Friday, depending on when this Christmas content is released. And the reason for that is because last year, in last year's Christmas surprise update, there were 2 vehicles released in the same week. The first one being the Comet Retro Custom, and then later in the week, the Truffade Nero Custom. And I do think there's a good chance the same thing may happen again this year, where we'll see 2 vehicles releasing next week. And the reason for that is because we have so many unreleased vehicles with the Doomsday Heist updates. So as a Christmas special, we might see 2 releasing in the same week. Now unfortunately at the moment we can't say for sure exactly which ones these will be, but there are a few possibilities to choose from, 2 from the Legendary Motorsports website and 2 from the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. Basically these are the next ones in line and listed first on each website after the vehicles we got the other day from Doomsday Heists. So the first vehicle we have listed on the Legendary Motorsports website is the Overflod Autark. It is the first DLC Overflod we're ever going to receive in GTA Online, and there's only one other car in-game manufactured by Overflod, that being the Entity XF. Now once available, this car will cost you $1,955,000 to purchase. And if Rockstar do release the Autark, the next vehicle listed on the Legendary Motorsports website they might release following this is the Anis Sylvester, and this will cost $990,000 to purchase. But let's go across to the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. The first one in the release order on this website is the Sentinel Classic. This being a pretty awesome vehicle and highly desired as well. I know loads of you guys want to see this in the game, and this will cost $650,000 once released. And if this is released And if the Sentinel is released next week, the next one in order, which could be released after this, is this SUV, named the Streiter. It's not quite so appealing, but it will cost $500,000 once available. And if you guys want some more information on all 13 of the unreleased cars and vehicles from the Doomsday Heist update, I uploaded a video yesterday going through all 13. I shared some photos and images of those as well, so definitely go ahead and check that video out. There will of course be a link in the description. Anyway, but at least one of those, if not two of them, should be releasing next week during the special event. Personally, I'm hoping for the Overflod Autark and the Sentinel Classic, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, on Christmas Day itself, there will also be a login bonus, just like last year and the previous year, where you'll get yourself some free content in-game as a gift. And this year, this is what you're going to get yourselves if you do log in on Christmas Day. You'll unlock and receive the exclusive Heinous Krampus mask, so you can only receive that if you log into GTA Online on Christmas Day. You'll also receive one free purchase of the Albany Hermes, one of the 13 unreleased vehicles from the Doomsday Heist update. As for this, I'm kind of confused how this is going to work, because it's not lined up as one of the possible vehicles which may be releasing next week, simply based upon its release order. So maybe Rockstar will give you effectively a ticket to purchase the Albany Hermes once it is released for free. Either that, or maybe it will be releasing on Christmas Day itself, which I guess is possible. Rockstar only have to release the Sentinel Classic and the Streiter before they can release this, so maybe next week we'll receive those two vehicles, and then on Christmas Day itself, the Albany Hermes will be released for players to purchase for free. But it's worth noting, otherwise, the Albany Hermes can be bought for $535,000. You'll also receive one free shot on the orbital cannon. So if you have one of these in the new facility, from Christmas Day, you'll receive the option to use it once for free. Whereas usually, using manual targeting mode, it will cost you $500,000, or automatic targeting mode will cost you $750,000. But again, it's worth pointing out, you haven't got to use this shot on Christmas Day. In fact, you can save it and use it at any time you want, well beyond Christmas itself. You'll also receive the carbine rifle with 200 rounds, as well as the marksman rifle if you haven't purchased it already with 200 rounds, the basic knuckle dusters, the firework launcher with 10 firework rockets, 25 sticky bombs, 25 grenades, 5 proximity mines, 5 molotovs, a full inventory of snacks, and a full inventory of armor. And if I'm not mistaken, these were offered last year as well, but as for the first few, a free shot with the orbital cannon, a free Hermes, and the exclusive mask, these are definitely much better items than what we received last year as a Christmas gift. The value is certainly a lot higher. This year, the gifts combined are worth over $1 million, whereas other gifts from last year are maybe a few $100,000. Now, one thing I haven't talked about yet, but I'm sure you guys want to know the answer to, when will it start snowing in GTA Online? Well, last year it began snowing on the 22nd of December, it lasted until the day after Christmas, so December 26th, and then it snowed again on December 31st, which is New Year's Eve, and then again on New Year's Day, January 1st. I would imagine this year will be very much the same, so snow will begin next week on Friday, December 22nd, and that's also most likely the day we'll also receive the Christmas content in-game as well. But as always, the Christmas content will only be available for a limited amount of time in-game, and it's always free to purchase as well. And the reason for that is because it will be removed from the game. But as a reminder, this only applies to the Christmas-themed content, not the vehicles which may be released during the Christmas special event, literally just the Christmas-themed items. The clothing items, the masks, the Christmas trees in our apartments, and the main Christmas tree in Legion Square, any snowballs which you may have in your inventory, and so on. And again, although Rockstar hasn't confirmed this yet, it looks like the final day of the Christmas special event will either be New Year's Day itself, so January 1st, or the following week on January 8th. Those are the two first Mondays that we have in January, so it will be one of those. In my opinion, it's more likely to be January 8th, giving us just over 2 weeks to enjoy the Christmas updates. But this is something Rockstar will confirm next week when they announce the Christmas special event and update. Anyway, so there we go then guys. With that being said, that's pretty much it then for this video. So that's all the information you guys need to know about this year's Christmas special events and Christmas updates. I of course want to get your thoughts and feelings on all this information, and let me know as well, what are you guys looking forward to the most this year with the Christmas update? So go ahead and leave a comment right now. If you guys could drop a like as well on this video, it would of course be greatly appreciated, and it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.